Something is deeply wrong in the American heartland. A quiet but devastating crisis is unfolding across the vast cornfields that have long been the backbone of our nation's food supply. This isn't some distant problem you can afford to ignore. It's a slow-moving disaster, a gray rhino event that experts have warned about for years, and it's now charging directly at us. We've grown complacent, assuming the grocery store shelves will always be full. That assumption is about to be tested. The warning signs are all around us, but most people are just too busy to notice. Corn is more than just a vegetable you eat at a summer barbecue. It's a foundational pillar of our modern world. The economic fallout from the corn crisis is not distributed evenly. It is hitting the states that form the core of America's Corn Belt the hardest. The first states to feel this intense pressure are Iowa and Illinois. For generations, these two giants have led the nation in corn production. Now their state budgets are facing massive shortfalls as farm incomes vanish and related industries begin to lay off workers by the thousands. Following closely behind are Nebraska and Minnesota. The failure of the corn crop is creating a credit crisis, as farmers default on loans and rural banks face insolvency. In Indiana and Ohio, the once thriving ethanol industry is on the verge of collapse, sending shockwaves through urban centers as well as rural communities. The widespread collapse of our corn production isn't simply due to a single isolated event, it's a confluence of factors. But the most significant factor is the persistent and worsening drought conditions we're seeing across the Midwest. The long soaking rains that are absolutely needed to nurture healthy corn crops have been replaced by short, violent downpours. These intense bursts cause flash flooding and significant soil erosion, washing away precious topsoil. Water is undeniably the lifeblood of agriculture, and the heartland, once so fertile, is becoming dangerously anemic, starved of this essential resource. Decades of industrial-scale monoculture farming, while efficient in the short term, have gradually stripped the soil of essential nutrients and weakened its natural resilience. Farmers have desperately tried to compensate for this depletion with chemical fertilizers, but ultimately, this is proving to be a losing battle against nature's forces. Adding to the crisis, new blights and invasive insects are rapidly migrating into the Corn Belt, and these pests are capable of wiping out huge percentages of an entire crop in a very short time. The failure of the corn crop will have a direct and painful impact on every single American family. The most immediate effect you will notice is at the grocery store. Since corn is a primary ingredient in animal feed, the price of beef, pork, chicken, and even farm-raised fish will soar. Your weekly grocery bill could easily double, putting immense strain on your household budget. High-fructose corn syrup is the primary sweetener in thousands of products, including sodas, juices, ketchup, and cereals. Corn is a key component in ethanol production, which will lead to sharp increases in fuel prices. The web of our reliance on corn is so intricate that its collapse will touch almost every aspect of your daily life. In the realm of preparedness, your single most important action is to build a deep and reliable food pantry. Think of it as your first line of defense, a buffer against unforeseen circumstances. This isn't just about stocking up, it's about creating a sustainable system that can support you and your family when you need it most. Your goal should be to have, at a minimum, a 3-month supply of non-perishable food. This provides a crucial window to navigate emergencies, supply chain disruptions, or any situation that limits access to fresh groceries. Building this reserve requires planning, dedication, and a strategic approach to ensure you have a diverse and nutritious supply. Start by focusing on calorie-dense foods with a long shelf life. These are the foundational building blocks of your emergency food supply. This includes staples like white rice, dried beans, lentils, pasta, and rolled oats. These items are not only affordable and readily available, but they also offer a significant amount of energy and essential nutrients. Properly stored, they can last for years, providing a reliable source of sustenance when other options are limited. Consider the versatility of these ingredients. They can be combined in countless ways to create satisfying and nutritious meals. Once you have your core staples, expand your inventory to include canned goods. This adds variety and essential nutrients to your food storage. Canned meats provide essential protein, crucial for maintaining strength and energy levels. Canned vegetables and fruits provide vitamins and minerals, helping to support your immune system and overall health. When selecting canned goods, pay attention to expiration dates and choose options with low sodium and sugar content whenever possible. Think about incorporating a range of fruits and vegetables to ensure a balanced diet. Water is just as important as food, if not more so. You can survive for weeks without food but only a few days without water. The rule of thumb is to store 1 gallon of water per person per day. This accounts for drinking, cooking, and basic hygiene. Consider storing water in multiple containers of varying sizes for easy portability and distribution. Regularly check your stored water for any signs of contamination and replace it every 6 months to ensure freshness. You should also invest in a reliable water filter as a backup to purify water from other sources. This is a critical component of your preparedness plan, as it allows you to access water from rivers, lakes, or even rainwater. Look for a filter that is capable of removing bacteria, viruses, and other harmful contaminants. Familiarize yourself with how to use your water filter before an emergency occurs. Practice makes perfect, and knowing how to operate your filter efficiently can be a lifesaver. To maintain the freshness and usability of your food supply, use the first-in, first-out method, often abbreviated as FIFO. This simple system ensures that you're consuming older items before they expire, minimizing waste and maximizing the lifespan of your stored food. When you buy new items, place them at the back of your shelves and move older items to the front. This way you'll always be using the items that are closest to their expiration dates first. Regularly check your pantry and rotate items as needed to keep your food supply fresh and ready to use. In times of uncertainty, it's crucial to refamiliarize ourselves with the foods that sustained our ancestors through challenging periods. These aren't just relics of the past, they're time-tested solutions for food security. Potatoes, for example, are a nutritional powerhouse. They are calorie-dense, providing essential energy, and rich in vitamins and minerals vital for maintaining health. What's more, they can be stored for months in a cool, dark place like a root cellar, ensuring a reliable food source even when fresh produce is scarce. Consider the humble potato as a cornerstone of your resilient food plan. Wheat, in its whole berry form, is another incredible resource for long-term food storage. Unlike processed flour, whole wheat berries can be stored for decades when properly protected from moisture and pests. This makes them an ideal staple for emergency preparedness. And with a simple hand-cranked grain mill, you can grind them into fresh, nutritious flour as needed. Imagine the satisfaction of baking your own bread from scratch, knowing you have a sustainable source of sustenance readily available. This simple technology empowers you to control your food supply and reduce your dependence on external systems. Don't forget the importance of healthy fats and natural sweeteners. Stock up on options like coconut oil, ghee, and olive oil, which provide essential fatty acids and contribute to overall well-being. These fats are also shelf-stable, making them ideal for long-term storage. For sweeteners, honey and maple syrup are excellent natural alternatives to refined sugar. Honey in particular has remarkable preservation properties and can last indefinitely. Maple syrup, with its distinct flavor, adds a touch of sweetness to your diet while providing valuable minerals. These natural options not only enhance the taste of your food, but also offer nutritional benefits. Ultimately, true long-term resilience isn't just about individual preparedness, it's found in the strength of community. Your neighbors are not your enemies or competitors, they are your most valuable resource in times of crisis. Building strong relationships and fostering a spirit of cooperation can make all the difference when facing adversity. A community that works together, shares resources, and supports one another is far more resilient than any individual acting alone. Start small by forming a small, informal mutual assistance group with your neighbors. This could be as simple as a group text message or a monthly potluck. The primary goal is to agree to help each other out in an emergency, whether it's sharing food, providing shelter, or offering assistance with childcare. By establishing these connections before a crisis hits, you'll be better prepared to support one another when it matters most. These relationships are the foundation of a resilient community. Finally, consider establishing a productive community garden. This shared space will be an invaluable source of fresh, nutritious produce for everyone involved. It's a tangible way to increase food security and reduce reliance on external supply chains. Beyond the practical benefits, a community garden serves as a visible symbol of hope, resilience, and collective action. It's a place where people can come together, learn new skills, and build lasting relationships, strengthening the fabric of the community and fostering a sense of shared purpose. In a prolonged crisis where resources become scarce and societal structures are strained, security transcends mere convenience. It becomes a fundamental necessity. When food is scarce, the ability to protect your supplies becomes paramount. A 3-month supply of food meticulously gathered and stored is rendered worthless if you lack the means to defend it from those who may seek to take it. This isn't about paranoia, it's about responsible preparedness. It's about understanding the potential realities of a crisis situation and taking proactive steps to safeguard your family's well-being. Fortifying your home's defenses is a critical step. All exterior doors should be solid core, providing a substantial barrier against forced entry. Equip these doors with heavy-duty deadbolt locks, the strongest you can find, but a strong lock is only as good as the frame it's attached to. Reinforce frames with 3-inch screws that bite deep into wall studs, ensuring the frame itself can withstand significant force. Consider adding security film to windows to make them more resistant to shattering. These measures aren't just about preventing theft, they're about creating a safe haven for your family during times of uncertainty. Beyond physical security, a well-defined family emergency plan is essential. This plan should outline procedures for various scenarios, from natural disasters to civil unrest. Practice what to do in case of emergency. Conduct regular drills to ensure everyone knows their roles and responsibilities. A calm, practiced response born from preparation and familiarity is far more effective than panic and confusion in a high-stress situation. Designate meeting points both near and far from home in case you are separated. Establish communication protocols, including alternative methods if cell service is unavailable. We are standing at a critical juncture, a point in time where awareness and action are paramount. The warning signs are no longer distant whispers carried on the wind, they are a deafening roar, an undeniable call to preparedness for anyone willing to open their eyes and listen. The time for complacency is over. The challenges we face, whether economic instability, environmental threats, or social unrest, demand a proactive approach. Think of preparation not as an act of fear, driven by anxiety and dread, but as an act of empowerment, a conscious choice to take control of your destiny. Being prepared gives you options, providing you with the resources and knowledge to navigate challenging circumstances. It replaces anxiety with confidence, knowing that you have done everything within your power to protect yourself and your loved ones. It's about peace of mind, knowing that you are ready to face whatever the future may hold. The storm is coming, gathering force on the horizon. It's time to secure the hatches, to batten down the metaphorical and literal hatches, and prepare for what lies ahead. Your future self, and most importantly your family, will thank you for the foresight and diligence you show right now. The actions you take today will determine your ability to weather the storm and emerge stronger on the other side. Don't delay, begin your preparations now.